are you today? Today is the 14th of May and we are drawing another gardener, or I'm drawing another gardener, and I've chosen to draw, hang on one second, I'm just going to take a picture of that. I've chosen to draw Huw Richards, who is a British gardener, and just see who is with us this morning. I think it should join like muted, and it never joins muted. I'll show you the image of him that I have. This is Huw, and he's all about sustainability, and he's great. There's lots. He has a YouTube, and he yeah, I think he's becoming rather popular in the UK. Anyway, I follow him and I thought he would be a great one to draw, so that's who I'm drawing. And then we have let's have a look. See, I'm not a gardener myself, so this image is from Susan. I love the Buddhist sculpture as well, and Susan says this is of bonjour Teresa. This is of her friend's garden. Are these hydrangeas? I need to, like, I'm like, honestly, I'm so bad. I get mixed up with my flowers. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? All right, I'm going to get started because I'd like to finish Huw before, where is he? Here he is. He has a book called The Permaculture Garden, which I think I may try and see if our local library has it. I think it looks really great. Hi, Melly. Hello, Mira. How are you? Nice of you to join. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick sketch of him, and I did like how yesterday's worked out well with using the Neocolor just to sketch it as well, so I think I'll do that. Who are you drawing and what are you drawing? And if somebody can confirm that, are these hydrangeas? I could look it up. Someone will be able to tell me. All right, he has quite a long face, so I have to make sure that I do get the length of his face in. Actually, I'll just make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Who are you all, or what are you all drawing? Melissa, are you doing another, or you're probably having your coffee first, aren't you? I was going to say, you're doing a self-portrait. Now, do you always do it at the same time of day, Melissa? Because it'd be interesting to look at yourself in the evening compared to in the morning. I feel like my face changes a lot from the morning to the evening. I don't know. What do you guys think? Talking about change, daily changes. Hi. Hello, hello, Jennifer. Melly says, not drawing right now, but I hope to later. And Melissa says, my coffee is still brewing. She's half asleep. Hi, Natty. Good morning. Good morning, Blue Shine community. Good morning, good morning. It rained all night here, so I think I can still get out for a walk, or it looks a little bit rainy still. We'll see. Yeah, let me know. Hi, Susan. Susan, these are this is the picture that you put in. These are hydrangeas, right? Nobody's answering me today, so everyone's saying good morning, but they're not like committing to. I'm not a gardener, and I get confused with the names. Yes, hydrangeas. Okay, thank you. C says, good oring. Good oring. I know you meant good morning. I'm just joking with you, C. Actually looking at all these gardeners makes me want to garden more. And I'm fortunate that our friend's son came and did a lot of gardening for me. But I hope that I can do more when I come back. Like, it's really hard when you go away for a little bit of time. You need like a friend to come and water, or right, like you need that. Plants don't like being left alone, just like animals don't like being left alone. Does anybody follow Huw? Huw Richards, that's who I'm drawing today. A British gardener. Sounds like he's from just around the corner where I grew up. I think I need to bring this in a little bit. Oh, we'll see. Next week you'll probably see more figures. I was supposed to start, or the course was supposed to start back in April, and it got postponed to next week, but I'm taking a life drawing. It's a figure drawing class. It's not life drawing. With the visual arts passage. I love figure drawing, and I figured that I should or could benefit from taking classes. And as you know, I do take classes, but it's always good to expand a little bit, learn something new. So I am going to be doing that starting next. It's an intensive course, so I think it's just 4 weeks, and it's every Monday evening. So yeah, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I definitely need to raise his whole head up. I mean, his eyebrows are very close to his eyes. This needs to raise, come up a little bit, and the hair. Good job, I left some room up there, eh? If not, his hair would have been off the side or off the top here. Also not sitting straight to my picture, so that doesn't help. And because I'm sketching in the color that I'm actually going to put on his face, that helps as well. Let's expand this slightly. Oops. You gotta keep fingers and toes crossed for my daughter today. She has an interview today. Hopefully she'll get a job, because she needs a summer job. She's been working, like she's been working at the dance studio, and she worked at the dance competition, but something that's a little bit more permanent for the summer would be really great, because she's looking at apartments downtown Toronto for school, and they are not cheap. So she needs to save some money for next year. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed that it goes well. Yeah, he's got great dimples, doesn't he? Really great dimples. Melly says, I think I follow him. You do? And Natty says, it rained all night here. Also, we're supposed to get more rain in the morning. Melissa said, no, I work on my self-portraits all different times of the day, only in the morning when I join. Oh. Only in the morning when I join your Zoom. Hang on. No, I work on my self-portrait at all different times of the day, only in the morning when I join your Zoom. Okay, I'm missing something there. Do you work on them all the time, or do you only work on them in the morning? Natty says, I was timing letting my Labradoodle out this AM from hard rain to drizzle. Oh, I know. That's tough, eh? When the dogs, you got to take your dogs out. Good morning, Julie. He does have some good tips. I so recently saw his tip about putting organza bags around strawberries so that slugs and little critters don't get your strawberries if you're growing strawberries. I thought that was a really good really good suggestion, really good tip. Melissa says, and good dimples by the looks of it. And Nanette says, dimples are adorable. They are. Natty says, sending job blessing. Thank you. My daughter just finished her last week of college exams. She's all done with college. Yay. Oh, yay. That's great. Do you know the Frenchy gardener? He's adorable too. Oh, I'll have to write him down. Maybe I'll have a look at that. The Frenchy gardener. I'm not going to put it on there. Can't spell. The Frenchy gardener. Okay, Melissa says, I do my self-portraits in the morning when I join your Zoom, otherwise usually after dinner or in the afternoon on the weekend. Okay. And Melly says, oh yes, my neighbors use the bags on their larger tomatoes to keep squirrels from taste testing. Oh, that's such a good idea. Yes, huge achievement, Natty. That's fantastic. Okay, hydrangeas are not easy to draw. Because they are literally just big balls of tiny little petals. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but probably just get the shapes back here, and hopefully they're gonna still look like hydrangeas. I love, you know what I love? I love hydrangeas when they dry in the winter and they're like rolling around in the snow. I find them like caught onto like twigs and things like that. I don't have any, but my neighbors have a big bush. So usually in the winter there's a few that break off, like they leave them to dry and then they break off and just roll around in the wind and the cold. Shape, color. Yes, Melissa. All right, let's get some, I don't know if I'm going to, I really like his sweater, how it is. I feel that's a really like English outdoorsy sweater that he's got on, so I may keep that. Yeah, we'll see. I need to get some more Neo colors out. Actually, let's do the background first. I do like those colors. I like the greens as well. And I have some brights that I can use. Some lights. See, the colors are not really how I'm assuming they should be. Maybe the pink. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some pinks. Jennifer says we had to trim our hydrangeas a couple of years ago and they haven't bloomed since then, but this year they're beginning to bloom. Yay! That's fantastic. Do we have any arborists here? Because my maple tree is still not budding and I'm a bit worried. Can they go dormant if you are a tree person? I guess I should ask the gardeners that I know, shouldn't I? Like, yeah. Maybe they would know. We do have a friend whose husband is an arborist, so maybe I'll ask her if he can come and check it out. They say to take a branch and to just scrape it. And if it's green, like if the branch is green underneath, then not to worry, that it could be just late blooming or late starting, but the tree is still alive. But if it's not green, the branch, when you scrape away the little bit of bark on the branch, then to be worried that the tree may be dead. Yeah, this isn't the best paper for markers, but I feel like it's also a good opportunity to show you that even with not so great materials, you can figure something out within your piece. He's going to be like, what are those flowers behind there? Just creating a little bit of variety in the colors. Yeah, and I know my friends, Jen, who have the hydrangeas next door, they cut theirs back like all the way. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about June. We're almost halfway through May. Is anybody up for a challenge next month? We were talking about, yeah, well, we have mentioned a few things. We were talking about master studies, but doing them, or master images. I do love doing interiors, so I'm like kind of all for finding interiors, but that would be quite fun to either pick different artists daily, and then either we as individuals find images of paintings that we love of theirs, and then we just do them in our own style, using their composition. That's an idea. Or because you know, an hour is a good amount of time to get something done. Melissa says, I've been really enjoying drawing from everybody's reference photos. Yeah, we've done this for a few years now, so it's really nice to have that, just, you know, community where people use the same reference photo. And I think it works, like the Padlet works, that you can put something in there. Oh, Natty says they will even come. Oh, okay. Here in the States we have Cornell Cooperative Centers. If you have any agricultural shrub or plant questions, you can bring in samples of soils, shrubs, and they can answer your questions. Oh, interesting. And they'll come and look at your trees for free. That's cool. Well, maybe I should see if there's something like that around here. Melissa says, what about drawing each other's favorite spaces? Like favorite spaces, interior or like exterior as well? Or like within a, like getting everybody to pick a space from an artist, like Nadia says, Shah, do you have anything like that in Canada? Maybe your local horticulture college can answer your tree questions. Yeah, I could maybe contact them and ask. I'm sure we do have something like that. Melissa, do you know anything like that? A tree hotline? A garden hotline? That would be something to start. You'd have to know a little bit about it though. That would be good. I think the backgrounds take longer than the actual portraits. If you're just joining, I'm drawing Huw Richards, and it's Huw, H-U-W. Very different way of spelling it. I've never seen it spelled like that, Huw. I thought it was always H-U-G-H, like Hugh Grant. I mean, we've got the color, the hue of the color, H-U-E. English is very difficult to learn for foreigners because really, hue spelt very many different ways is a little bit confusing, I'm sure. What do you think, Julie? Confusing English? Julie, how was the graduation? I don't think I even asked you. I'm so sorry. Um, oh yes, Sue says we had mentioned a painting based on artist palettes. Yeah, that would be a good one too. I do like that. Sue says gorgeous share already. Thank you. Oh, Susan says, how about our fave outdoor cafes? I I think that's a great one, Susan. I was thinking of something like that for July, when we do our colors in July. I usually like to create like a crazy list, and then we have like, it's almost like a palette challenge. Things like Marmite and toast and peanut butter and jelly, and using those for, do I have that here? No, I don't have, I didn't take that book down. I had a sketchbook out this morning and it had those palettes that we've done from a few years ago. But that's also really fun. And it's nice to celebrate local local establishments as well. Yeah, we were kind of thinking not really like copying masters, but taking either their color palette, or like we said, mentioned, looking at what they drew and drawing it in our own style. There's so many things, but yeah, or maybe just putting an image that we like on the Padlet and seeing what comes out of it. That would be kind of fun too. Aren't those pinks so pretty? They are so pretty. Oh, Melly says, I had a friend in school whose brother spelt I. Spelt I. Meryl says, we have a agricultural extension agency. Oh, interesting. And Susan says, or patios. Yeah, that would be cool too. Melissa says, is Frank Fettuccine still on breakfast? Oh, he used to be, didn't he? I love him. He was great. Should draw him, Frank. It is that, oh, their parents were Welsh. You know, I'm not like their parents were Welsh. Sorry, sometimes like I'm trying to translate what you're saying. And Julie says, no, fairly good, I think. Regarding the graduation. And Julie says, oh, compared to other languages. Okay, not regards to the graduation. Did I miss Julie saying anything about the graduation? No, okay. And Jennifer says, the tree professor at my daughter's university is the kindest person. I'm sure any tree person would welcome your questions. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they would as well. And Natty says, yeah, English has a lot of different ways of spelling and usages. And that's a lovely picture on your tablet with face statue. See? That's, I think she's referring to you, see? Oh, this one. Natty, yes. This is an image that Susan gave us. Part of our morning group of our blue shine art. guess I could have called it the Breakfast Club, shouldn't I? No, there's already a Breakfast Club. I take that back. There's a very exclusive Breakfast Club out there that only certain people can go to. All right, I'm going to get some darker. Look at it. It's already 32 time-wise. I'm going to just get his sweater blocked in. I'm going to keep his sweater as is because I like it like that. Melissa says, an ode to the masters. Yeah, like we could maybe everybody pick one master or one artist. It doesn't even have to be the masters. It could be an artist, a current day artist, and pick a picture, look at the color palette, you could do color palette composition and change it up. I do like the whole color palette thing though. Sometimes that's half the battle is choosing a color palette. Well, I don't usually choose a color palette, I just paint. But if you wanted to do a minimal palette, which I think is used by a lot of painters, they really do think about limiting their palettes. See, this one goes over nicely over the paper. It really just depends, I think, on the marker, like the individual marker. Julie says, no worries, it hasn't happened yet. It will be in June. Oh, okay. We are in for a strong, politically involved manifest for both the young degree lady and her mom. So you'll have to wish me luck. I do wish you luck. Natty says, I like the shading of the leaves on the ground. Oh yeah, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I want to get some dark areas in here. Oh, also today, Jennifer Caballeros she has a meet. If you're not following her on Instagram or Substack, she always has great book recommendations, and she was recently on with Melissa, but she is having a drawing session, book cover drawing session, so a little bit similar to what she did with Melissa, but different because you are drawing your own book cover. So maybe there's a book that you don't love the cover and you want to do your own cover, or you want to copy a cover of a book that you've read, and then there's a opportunity to chat about your books that you're reading as well. Like, it's such a lovely session, and that is at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you haven't signed up, it's through Luma. I think it's open to anyone. If she has put it on her Instagram, that means it's open to anyone. You don't have to be a Substack subscriber of her, and it's also her free Substack. I don't think it's for, I think it's for everybody. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it's a really nice session. She's had a couple before, and a lovely bunch of people showed up. So it's yeah, join, come to the session. I'm sure she would love to hear you guys and see you guys, and that's on Zoom. Nanette says, in English language, words that sound the same but are spelt differently are called homophones. Thank you, Nanette. And Melissa says, sorry, I hit enter halfway through typing. The brother spelled it that way, Huw. Oh, okay. And she says, yes, great one. Nadia says, I understand the typos thing. My tablet is so old, sometimes the text glitches, but at least I have the internet access and tablet, but I get the typos thing. Yeah, you know what? And sometimes I feel like it corrects you without even you wanting to correct it. Oh, I just wanted to show you also, if you do have Substack and you go to my page here, I have put the top two here. Look, when you go into Blue Shine Art with Charlotte Hamilton, the top two are pinned. I just wanted to show you. So these are mornings, right? And then you have the links down here. They're the Monday and the Friday mornings. And then this one is the paint and draw sessions next Wednesday. So happening soon, under happening soon are the sessions that are going to be happening. And the past ones are all these. And I've kind of done it so that you have the title. And if it's like for example, the one with Melissa, and then it's tagged to Melissa as well. But if you click where it says click here, that goes to either the Padlet or the replay. Okay, so it should be quite simple to find those. And I'm just slowly updating that as well. Just wanted to show you because I know that some people are getting confused to where things are. And yeah, those have been in there for a little while. So I just wanted to make sure I showed you so you could see that it is quite simple to get places. And I think Melissa said she's doing a video. Sorry if you've already posted it. I haven't been on social this morning. Julie says Beth has one too. Beth has one too. Is that regarding the Substack? Yeah, Beth has one. She talks about what to make come up on your homepage. That's Beth's Substack. Little. Oh, you mean she has a page with everything, with the sessions? Yeah, I have with my sessions, but Julie, yeah, she has a page with her sessions and everybody else's sessions as well, which is great. I can't keep up with everybody else's sessions as well, so I just share them in stories usually, or I restack on Substack. Oh, Beth has one today. I know, they're overlapping. Beth has her adoption one today. So that's, I think, is that at 1:30? Julie? Remind me. I think it's at 1:30. And we make a Luma link so that you can sign up and register and then forget about it. And then you get a reminder on your phone. So, you know, do sign up to them. Even if you can't go, sign up to them, because then you'll just get a reminder. And maybe if you can suddenly go, then that's also a good a fun thing to do if you are, you know, if you've got a little bit of time to draw. It's been really nice using different mediums like that. I used to do a lot of marker art, like a lot. If you go back into my museum profile, a lot of portraits were done in markers. I think because I was teaching a lot in the summer, like teaching kids in art camp, and a lot of our materials that we would take to the park were just markers, because they, you know, trying to get kids to paint at the park was like almost impossible. I think I did it once and it was just such like a mess, and so I resorted to, and I would go through so many markers in the summer, but we would take markers and we would just draw with markers, pencil crayons. I always get a little bit overwhelmed when I'm doing things like knitting, like drawing knitted sweaters is definitely not my forte. So I just create little patterns. I know that I could do a lot more of a study of it, but I think as long as I get the idea there. I think it would have been probably better with neocolors over the top of this. Maybe I can create a little bit of texture over the top. Oh, Nadia says, Melissa D, my internet buffers a lot because I'm rural, so I'm always happy when I don't see the circling. Oh yeah, that must not be very fun. Oh, I thought it was 10. That's 10 her time. See, Melissa says Jen's session is open to everyone. Okay, so I will share it in the well, you can either share it here if somebody has the link to the Luma, or you can share it, or I'm going to share it in stories today again. Okay, let's just get half of these leaves. I'll probably be on for another 10 minutes after this. I'm hoping to get his face done in 10 minutes. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Maybe something magical will happen and I can get the face done in 10 minutes. Melissa says, I'll be filming a Substack video this weekend. And Beth says, Beth has, oh, okay, I'm going back in time. It's your 10-minute time, I think. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Natty says, marking the park sounds like a good ad campaign for, oh, markers in the park. Yeah, for kids' activities. It does, doesn't it? It was, oh, we had so much fun. I know a lot of you were following me back then, so you like a lot of people loved the camp days that I used to run. That feels so long ago, but really it wasn't. Like my last summer camp was in 2019 and then 2020, that's it. But I would, every summer, it was, I would have 6 weeks. I think one year I had 8 weeks full. I would only have 7 kids, so it wasn't too many, but yeah, and they would be with me every day during the week. Like they would rotate. Some kids would sign up for more than 1 week, if they really liked it. Because you know, some parents, they just signed up their kids just to get them something to do during the week. So not all the kids that came loved art, which was really difficult, because there were other kids who loved art, never got bored, could sit and draw all the time, didn't want to go to the park because they just wanted to continue with their projects, but I couldn't leave them here. So yeah, it was a little challenging, but we made it fun. And we did everything from embroidery to sculpting to printmaking, lino cutting, and using all the materials, different materials. And they had, usually it was more of a structured morning where it was, you know, like an art school. They would learn about form and shape and do still lifes and portraits, and it was like a little intensive foundation course, basically. And people still come up to me and say, are you running your art camps this summer? I'm like, no. Melly says, Natty, I'm just on my iPad, so typing is more awkward than a regular keyboard. And Melly says, the hydrangeas look magical. Thank you. I've painted hydrangeas before, and it feels very different to do it with markers, but I kind of like it. I like the transparency and also just the change in shape and form. I'm trying to be a little bit more irregular with it as well. Do you keep up with the kids and if they are still making art? So I started it when my eldest daughter was 5, and my youngest was 3. They weren't supposed to come until they were in kindergarten, but my youngest loved art back then, and yeah, so there's a lot of kids who, like, my daughters don't hang out with anymore, but we still keep in touch with their families. Some of them are still loving art, but a lot of them either they got into graphic design or they just went the more like science routes. So a lot of the kids are in sciences, but they still have a laugh and talk about like their time that they spent here. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was word of mouth. Like the kids who came, it was usually like a lot of neighborhood kids. Some, I think my furthest attendee was like 25 minutes. They had to drive 25 minutes to get here. So some of them were a little bit further. And some of them, okay, so it usually went up to when you were like 14 going into high school. So 13, 14. I think I had 1 year, I did a fashion camp for March break, and we just looked at colors and clothing, and we did embroidery and we designed clothes, and yeah, so we did a whole bunch of different things. But those girls, they were like either in high school or just about to go into high school. Maria says, I love hydrangeas. I love hydrangeas too. Good morning, Maria. Nandy says, I signed my daughter up for art classes in the summer, also writing summer camp and music. She was, also writing summer camp and music. She was very arty, but only kept up with instruments, music once high school started. Yeah, it just gets busy. And I think if it's not a passion that that you keep a sketchbook, like we had sketchbooks all week for the art camps that I ran. And I think some kids, they would keep them going or draw in them. But, like they have other things that their focus is on. Extracurricular, boys, all the things. Okay. I think the flowers in the background, and that's done. And now I can go back to Huw. Okay. Now I have 4 minutes left. Do you think I can do it in 4 minutes? No, I don't think so. But I will try for the 10-minute mark. It's funny, I can draw him without a beard, and that's how he would look without a beard. It's kind of fun doing that. Maybe I should do a whole series of how people would look without facial hair. I did do a series way back. I'm not sure if you remember. And it was called If She Had a Beard. And I would I would ask people, friends of mine, if they would be okay if I drew them with beards, like girlfriends of mine. That was quite a funny series. And you'd be surprised. A lot of my friends were like, yes, please. I would love to see how I look with a beard. I may have even tagged, like used the hashtag If She Had a Beard. It came about in around 2018, I think. It wasn't that long ago. Okay. I need to correct a few things. Like this over here. But hang on a second. Maybe I will just wait to see. I'll get some other colors on here, and then I'll see if I need to correct this over here. Melly laughed. Melly laughed probably at the If She Had a Beard. I think it's just interesting to see how you would look with facial hair. I think that was the whole point of it, was like, well, how do you think I'm gonna look? Is it gonna suit me? I pulled that too close. He needs a neck on that side as well. His eyes are going to need to be up a little bit further. So yeah, reminder that both Jen and Beth have meets today. Jen's is at 1 and it's free for everybody to go. Beth, I think you have to be a paying subscriber to go to hers. But Jen's, yeah, definitely join or at least sign up so that you get the notification, and if you can't make it, you will get the replay. If you don't sign up, you won't get the replay, I don't think, to Jen's. And it's going to be a lot of fun drawing book covers. Well, drawing a book cover that you want to draw and paint. So it's not, this time it's not, she's not giving you book covers to draw and paint. She's encouraging you to bring a book that you want to either redesign the cover or draw the cover, and then chat about the books that you're reading or you're drawing. Oh, this one's way too far out. Okay, I'm gonna correct this. Let's get some of this color over here. I knew it was too far in. May not be able to correct all of it. And look how the distance between this area and that area is very close. So yeah, I've made that too far out, but I can bring that out this way. Melissa says, found a couple. Found a couple of books? Oh, found the hashtag. Okay, they're probably really old and really bad. But they were still fun. Okay, this has to come out a little bit more. Okay, where's my 14B? I need to start getting a little bit of a definite portrait on here. I don't usually use an eraser, but because the way I'm doing this, I feel like sometimes I just need to correct some of that neo color that gets a bit scrolly and need to correct it. Thank you. It was it was fun. I don't know, does anybody remember me doing that? I mean, that was a long time ago for some of you. I'm sure that, I don't know if I posted on, I think they did get to Sketchy, because I think some of the profiles were on Sketchy. So yeah, it's a little bit of fun, you know. At the time I thought that it could be a really cool series and it would just catch on, but I think it was a little bit of hopeful thinking. Well, I don't know if I was hopeful about it, but it yeah, just didn't catch on really. I guess not everybody wants a beard. Women especially. I know his hair is not gray, but there's some lighter areas that I want to get in. Okay, let's see. This space is not very long, so I may be correcting the nose a little bit. There's a slight dip in the side here, but not much. This has to come out. Interesting how much I've got to correct. I guess I was a little bit off. I think I like when faces are turned slightly. Do you know what I mean? I don't like dead-on faces. I don't know why I picked this one. He doesn't have many images of himself. Like, there's all these gardeners. It's really difficult to get an image of them just like, you know, just their faces, because they're all like videos. Like, it's all videos. All reels, all videos on Instagram. Like, not a still photo. Oh, and I should probably tell you that Jen is Books on My People on Instagram. I was just thinking, I don't think I mentioned Books on My People, but her publication on Substack and her page on Instagram is Books on My People. So if you want to find her that way so that you can sign up, because she probably has the link in her stories or in her bio to sign up. Maybe not in her bio, but she does have the link to sign up. So for the fun book cover paint and chat meet. All right, let's see. I got, oh, this Neocolor was sitting in my hand and it got all soft. Have you guys been doing the Colory Flory? I know that it started. I watched Laurie's 2 days ago. I haven't watched anyone else's. Mine's not until next week, but I should really go into the Facebook page. You know that they have a Facebook page too, right? That you can post all your things. You probably got that information when you signed up. Yeah, so, you know, and if you want to share what you're doing in our Patreon, I know it's still Patreon, but it's our chat that we've had for the longest time. If you want to post anything in there, I'd love to see it. Or if you're posting on your page, I'm sure that, remember to tag Esty, because I'm sure she would love to see it too. Not our Esty, Esty McLeod. Okay, so I've had to make his beard a little bit longer, which means his neck is a little bit shorter, but that's just how it's going to be because I can't fit it on if not. Bring his beard out more over here as well. 2018 were the bearded women. Nope to this. He says, almost done with yesterday's and it's fun. Oh, good. I know there's lots of different techniques that people are using, so I think it definitely is like a learning process and how so many people approach drawing flowers. I think, I don't know if Louise is here, but I think she signed up, and I think, Louise, you would like it. You probably are enjoying it as well. See, a lot of it is not really my, like, how I go about it, but I still enjoy watching things like that, so. Okay. Needs to come down. Down, 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 out, 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 out. And I need to put on some lighter shades on this side of his cheek. I think this one would have been a good one to correct in paint with paint. Ooh, all the dogs of the neighborhood are waking up. Melissa, do you have like a lot of dogs in your building? And do you have people that you go for walks with their dogs and you? Okay, I've put his hairline too high up now. I just noticed. Okay, I'll bring it softly down. So it was kind of right before. It's funny. I think I may have drawn his brother. Has everybody been seeing Patricia's photos? I don't think she's eating any food. She's just taking photos of everything. In Japan, she's in Japan right now. If you go to her stories, she has a bazillion photos in her stories, which is really cool to see. What's the time difference over there, Melissa? Melissa says, yes, so many dogs. No, we don't really walk with anybody. Gotta get that a little bit darker here. His, when you squint your eyes, you can see how dark you need to make like the white of the eye, because it really isn't that, it is not that, put a little bit of blue in his eyes. What was I saying? Yeah, the white is not that white. All right, I think I'm going to go in with my 14B now. Melissa says, I can't wait for the drawing session you'll have when Patty gets back. It's 11 hours, I think. Oh, the difference. I thought you meant it's going to be an 11-hour drawing session. I think it will be, with the amount of photos that she's got. That's going to be hard for her to, we're going to have to do 100 in 100 minutes or something like that. It's going to be a really hard choice for her to pick which ones she wants to draw. Let's take away the white on his skin and make it a little bit warmer. Put some ochre on. I don't really understand. Gardening World magazine commented on Monty Don yesterday and said, so great, like SEW, love how you've crafted his portrait. I think they thought I stitched his portrait. I'm like, I drew it. There was no stitching involved. It was really odd. I don't know if you guys saw that. You probably didn't. But yeah, I'm like, why do you think that I stitched it? Anyway, it was nice of them to comment. I was going to write back and say, it's a drawing, not a stitching, but I didn't. I refrained. Does he look sun-kissed? darken his lips underneath here a little, and darken underneath his nose. Like, it's not a very contrasty image that I chose either, which doesn't help. Oh, look at the time. Hang on a second. Oh, I have... I think I lost one. I had my my Neocolors rolling off. Okay, I need some shadow on this side. We can add a little bit more shadow. Just up this. Bring his mustache up a little bit. I think this is my favorite part, is just going in and making it a little bit more like him. And then putting some shadow behind here on the background. I swear I'm going to break through the paper one day. That's an odd comment. That's an odd comment. What's an odd comment? Oh, he looks good. Thank you. What was the odd comment? Probably something I said. Oh, the comment on You're So Good. Yeah, odd, eh? I don't really understand it. I'm like, do they think it's maybe stitched? Did they not zoom in to see? Did they not, like, you know, like when some people just assume because that's what they see. And I know that this does look kind of a little bit stitched. I don't know, it could, I guess, right? I don't know. I just don't know. He has a very kind face. Huw. Not sure about this right here. I think I went a bit too dark. So tomorrow I'll be drawing and painting another image, and tomorrow is also art hang party with Melissa. Or if you want to draw some portraits, go over to the Visual Arts Passage in the evening. And then, I mean, I have an Italy drawing session this afternoon for the attendees of my Italy retreat, and then tomorrow I have a Mexico get together as well. And these are all places that if you want to join me, if you go to the link in my bio, you can see what retreats I'm going on. And yeah, there are still spots for 2026 in all of them. Okay. I think I'm done. I could probably keep going like always, but I think I will stop here. She says, keeping going. I think it's raining outside anyway. It is raining. I can't wait to see all of your images of your flowers. If you're on our Substack, remember to post daily in our chat. It is there for you to chat and encourage others that are doing the daily flowers. Okay, so this should have gone out further. This is where I like keep correcting because I can see how his face is. I think there's only a certain amount of times you can erase as well, new colors, so, you know, don't go crazy with the eraser. Yeah, because this is like further out. I think that's the furthest I can go though. All right. Thanks for joining me this morning. Are you still here? That was a long one. See, they're not supposed to take this long. They're supposed to only take an hour, but they always end up like these portraits that I choose to do. That's why I don't do portraits every month, because they take up a long time. A lot of time, rather. It's always a little better with some more shading, which is why good reference photos is so important. And I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not saying this isn't a great reference photo, but it just, I love high contrast, so yeah. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. You know, you don't have to hang around. I'm just, there are things that I'm like, oh no, I've got to do little bits of his mustache and beard right here because it looks odd that it's such a clean line, because that's an edge of where there's hair. I'm like, I've got to put that in. If not, it'll look strange. And then the little hair growth that comes up, it's not like a clean, you know, with the razor shaven side there. Okay, done, 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 done. Thank you so much, Melissa. Huw Richards. Okay, done. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you, Susan, for your hydrangeas, which I don't think I did a great job at, but they were fun to do and they're colorful, and yeah, need to work on my hydrangeas. I gotta stop because if I start doing other things to it, it'll be crazy. Nanette, she's watching from work. No, Melissa, I did not see that you sent me an email yesterday. I will double check. What time did you send it? Did you send it to blueshineart@gmail.com? Okay, take care, everybody. Have a really good day. I'll double check, Melissa. I will have a look. Thank you, Natty. Have a safe day, you too. Yes, okay, I'll double check. All right, I am about 5 seconds behind all of you. That's how slow it is. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a really good day. I will see some of you in Jen's Books on My People. Go either, if you haven't seen where it is, you can go to my Instagram and look in stories and I will tag it. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.